Gaiyasri, very good
Hi,
afternoon to you.
same to you.
Thanks for joining my emotional intelligence series, Gaiyasri. It's
It's my
titled
pleasure.
Pandemic Battle. It's been good 2 to 3 years since I met you.
Oh yeah,
It has been, right? You
yeah,
did
it's
the
been a long time.
diploma in leadership program with me.
Correct, that's
Thank
right.
you. It's good to see you again.
Same here.
Gaiyasri, why don't you give a quick introduction about yourself?
Okay, so I work as a business analyst in the logistics sector. I'm a working mother.
How long have you been with them or in this industry?
I think overall it's about close to 12 years that I've been in the logistics sector.
Nice. Okay. Gaiyasri, it's been a terrible year, the year 2020. Not only
Agreed.
us, not only our country, but the whole world is going through a crisis. If you can summarize this whole 2020 in one word, what would it be?
Disaster.
Disaster. Do you think people are more confused, whether it's on the political level, government level, or managerial level, or even the leaders at home, the parents, or we individuals? Do you think we are confused of what's happening? We don't have a sense of direction.
Okay, I think that is it depends on how much of knowledge that they each of them want to enrich themselves with.
So basically, when you mentioned the word knowledge, are you trying to say the coping mechanism of every individual? How are they going to cope with this situation? Cope with the mental stress that they are going through?
You have to equip yourself with, and maybe some of this knowledge, some of them might not have it in the first place. So yeah.
Good point raised there. Now, so coming to you, when the government announced in March the lockdown, Singapore, Malaysia, India, a lot of the countries, it was almost the same time when the announcement was made. What was did you remember what was going through in your mind? How was your feelings, your emotions?
Actually, I was over the moon. I was like, what? I'm going to work from home. I'm so happy. I get to stay at home. This is my ultimate dream come true. Okay. That's what I was actually telling myself.
Okay.
And I was looking forward to the day it's going to start.
So you accepted this news very positively because that's what you always wanted.
Exactly.
Okay. So it was not a negative emotions or feelings that you're going through, but happiness. That's also an emotion, right?
Correct. Correct.
Then when the change occurred, when you were working from home, can you tell us about that? How were you feeling during that period? Was it too stressful because as a mother, mom of 2 kids you mentioned, how were you balancing work, family, deadlines, and because you're at home, I believe your family expected more from you, right? So you want to just share with us that period from March onwards working from home, because you see it was happiness, but when the actual thing kicked in, were you happy?
So that is why I said disaster.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah. Adapting to this sudden change from your routine lifestyle.
Nicely said. Yep.
Yeah. That is a big impact by itself, because we are all very comfortable with our regular lifestyle, what we do from the time we wake up till the time we sleep. I think you know that Singaporeans lead a very robotic lifestyle. So when a sudden change came in, which is managing your children's online classes as well as your job scope, we started putting on a lot of hats. So it triggers a lot of emotions along the way. Like, of course, it's negative ones like anger, you have confusion, you have frustration. All these started kicking in and surfacing because I had to manage too many tasks at the same time. And I felt that I wasn't having full control of it.
Okay.
So as I know that when I start to realize that I'm losing control, that's when the mental stress kicks in. It comes in. And second thing is, because we were traveling out to work on a daily basis, there was that's a defined schedule. Okay, you are out from your house, you are meeting other people, you travel to the office. So you had your own private time, right, away from everyone else. So I realized that I was starting to lose this private space because I was at home all the time.
Cooped up at home. And
Exactly.
you mentioned the word the comfort. We were Singaporeans are very robotic, and we found it difficult to come out from our comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
So when it was a new norm or the new change that happened, our comfort zone was out. It's a new zone for us. And then on top of that, what you're saying is a lot of new responsibilities came upon. You had to look after your kids because they were studying from home. HBL, I think they call it, home-based learning.
Yeah, home-based learning.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So you had to manage that. You had to manage your own work. So that was a very difficult thing for you. And you also mentioned a few emotions here: anger, confusion, and frustration.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you would like to go a bit deeper into these three emotions. What caused the anger?
So I felt angry at myself, like why I can't, achieve this, because usually I'm able to, because there were defined schedules, I'm able to achieve things at a specific timing, but it wasn't during the lockdown period.
Okay.
So that's where I started becoming angry at myself, and then slowly it started, spreading to the rest of the family members as well. Confusion, because the online classes was something that I didn't do at all. It's like, yes, I teach my children, but the fact that I had to log in for them because they're all pretty young, so I have to do the logging in, connecting with the teachers. It was really a mini battle for me. And at the same time, I had calls that I had to attend to,
Right.
work calls. So it all happened at the same time. So it was a lot of pressure on me.
Okay, so these are the issues for not only you, I would say, any mom with 2 kids or 3 kids, any moms that were working from home during this period. Because when I spoke to a few other people, a few other students, they basically kind of related to you also, whatever you said, anger, confusion, frustration. But when this happened, right, did you take it onto your kids? Was there any outbursts? Were there any incidents that happened at home where you just lost it?
I wouldn't say that I lost it. Maybe another way of saying it was I was getting a little aggressive than usual. Yes.
This is something new for you? This is something your kids are seeing for the first time?
Not really.
I hope yes.
Not really, but it wasn't like so regular.
Imagine what our grandmothers could have gone through when they had 10 to 15 kids.
I think they are.
Hats
I
off to
really
them,
respect
isn't it?
them. Yeah.
Right. So coming back to you, you see, you were able to recognize certain emotions, and you said there was an outburst. You became aggressive, angry. Now, this is what we call the self-awareness. When we learned on emotional intelligence, the first domain is self-awareness. So it's good that you were able to identify what triggered you.
Correct.
You were able to identify your emotions so that you are able to control it.
Correct.
So coming to the second domain, which is self-management, you mentioned you were starting to get aggressive. At which point you realize, oh dear, I'm getting aggressive. I shouldn't do this and I should be doing this instead. At which point this happened? When did you come to manage yourself or manage your emotions?
Gradually, I want to stop feeling this way. It just occurred to me, I don't want to feel miserable every day. I need to do something about it. Okay, so it was something that was self-initiated, but at what point I'm not able to recall.
Right.
Okay, but what I did was, yes, what you said is right. I identify and I actually recognize that I was going through these negative emotions. That's what I did.
Okay, so besides Netflix, what else did you do? Something new, or did you find a new talent in yourself during this period?
I definitely know how to use Zoom better.
Same here, likewise. Zoom platform, and the COVID has made the world even more smaller.
Correct.
Okay, so you learned on Zoom.
Okay, yeah.
How about TikTok?
Yes. So it was more of an entertainment to people like me.
Okay, when you say entertainment, is this to cover the stress that you're going through, being cooped up at home? There's no outlet. So was
Correct.
TikTok, doing a new thing for you? Was it very helpful?
Not
were you looking forward to it?
Yes, it's not very helpful, but it's just a de-stressor.
To de-stress yourself. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Now, so let's move on to the third domain, which I would like to touch on, is the the social awareness. Not much socializing was happening during that period, but at home, were you able to understand your family members better during this period? Because you spent more time at home, almost 24 hours, and sometimes it can be too close for comfort. Friction arises, right? So during this period, were you able to use EI and try to understand your family members better? Why is he behaving this way? Why is he keep on nagging at me? Why is your son always coming to knock on your door? So instead of just shouting or showing your anger towards them, were you able to understand them during this period?
I will definitely say it's a yes. I was definitely able to use EI during this period because first thing I realized is I was able to put myself in their shoes. That is to show empathy to them. Yeah.
Nice with empathy. Okay. All right. We are not champions in counseling, marriage counseling whatsoever, but you did mention early on that a lot of divorce cases are happening beginning of this video, which is true also, and that's why the Singapore government, they started opening up more hotlines, because a lot of beings, they were not able to handle or manage the stress. The acceptance attitude was not there. So now here you're mentioning the EI kind of helped you out during this pandemic period. Are you saying that if these people had the skill of emotional intelligence, they could have handled the situation even better?
Correct. Because EI is about, number one, understanding your emotions. Number one, which is the key element, right? And number two, once you understand yourself better, you are also people around you as well.
Sorry, Gaiyasri, can you repeat that sentence again, because I lost you?
Oh, okay, sure.
The last sentence,
number one, it's about understanding ourselves, our emotions. And not only that, you also get to understand the emotions of the people around you, because you're starting to observe
well said.
Their behavior, and because you're showing empathy on them, you're putting yourself in their shoes, you will have the ability to understand them better. And this understanding each other is it's a key element in a marriage. And also dealing with changes, right? Sudden changes. So in a marriage, there are a lot of things that can happen within the marriage, right? So the ability to deal with these sudden changes, or the exterior relationships as well. So all these are part of the emotional intelligence.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for that, Gaiyasri. So can I just wrap up by saying that, you, in order to manage your stress, your emotions, so what you did was you kind of sought help from others because you were cooped up in your room, locked up in your room, balancing too many balloons at the same time. You didn't want any of the balloons to drop on the floor. So your friends were there. Then you told yourself, yeah, maybe Netflix might help, and it did help. So you took the first step instead of keeping all the frustrations inside, like and one day like a volcano going to erupt. And you spoke about empathy. Maybe this last topic I'll wrap up after this. You spoke a lot about empathy, which what I've always been mentioning. The world lacks empathy. The world lacks connection. The world lacks warmth. Now, you were saying that EI is about understanding others and understanding others, the emotions, and it's about showing empathy. At any point of time, did you ask yourself, no one is showing me empathy?
Yes.
What was your answer there?
If they do not show me,
it can be a very selfish goal.
Yeah, it can.
All of them want us to understand them, but nobody wants to understand me. See, but because of the EI skill that I have, I'm able to empathize with them and understand why they're behaving or reacting this way.
Okay.
But any point of time, did you ask, oh gosh, I'm trying to understand everyone, but no one is understanding me?
Okay, so this is my take on it. Start showing the empathy to other people, and then gradually the numbers will increase. Yeah. So what if another person doesn't show me empathy? But you can just continue showing them what you have to offer. Because
you're a better person, because you have EI skills.
Exactly. So when you achieve this emotional intelligence, eventually you will realize that it's not about what others have to offer to you, it's what you can do for others.
Beautiful said.
Yeah.
Nice, Gaiyasri. A lot of very good points that you have shared with us, and a good message to many. And before I wrap up this interview, actually I went past more than 15 minutes. Okay. Do you wish to say or any message to me or to anyone else?
Sure. I just want to tell everyone how much I have benefited from Mr. Venkat's classes on emotional intelligence. Okay, so it has helped me a lot in my professional life, in my relationship with others. It helped me to understand my emotions. It helped me to understand that of people around me, and it has definitely taught me how to be empathetic to people. So I think these are we have been repeating some words a few times, but the reason why
keywords.
These are things that what you say the world is lacking, and you can only achieve them if you are emotionally intelligent.
Nice, thank you for those kind words also and your compliments. And let's apply the EI skills not only now during this period but forever. And I wish you all the best, and let's look forward to a better 2021.
Mr. Venkat, I think I miss going for your classes. It was so enriching, so informative, and it was a big eye-opener for me. And during that period of time where I was attending your classes, I felt so motivated on a regular basis.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was really keeping me very motivated most of the time, and I wish that I can attend your classes from A to Z all over again, just like a refresher. And for those who wants to attend your classes, the only thing that I want to tell them is they will not be disappointed. They are going to equip themselves with a knowledge that's going to help them on not only on a professional level, even on a personal level. This information is going to come with them for a very long time. Thank you.
Gaiyasri, very, very nice words. I'm humbled by it. Thank you so much. You're kind. Thanks once again, Gaiyasri.
It's my